Eastern, after day 52. So on whenever the Viral Wisdom day 53 is, that's when I will be going to once a month on day 53. Hi everyone, I'm so happy that you're here. Ritchie says, no. Yeah, it's okay. It's just transformation, and it'll move into a different format and leave a different kind of legacy. And this is the thing about life, we appear and then we transform into something else. So it's time after day 52 for me to transform these courses, these teachings into once a week. But you can always go to my YouTube channel and rewatch all of them from the start. You can also come meditate with me every single day. I will be meditating every single day at another Facebook page. So I'm going to say it, take your pen, and I'll be meditating there right after this talk and every day for another few weeks at least. The Facebook page is facebook.com/groups with an S /get superpowered /. It's free meditation. I'll be meditating there every day for the next few weeks. So keep coming there. And on this page, I will be here at noon Eastern for the next few days, every day, till I hit Viral Wisdom number 52. And then I will be going to once a week for these talks. But I will be teaching meditation every day at this other page. Am I clear? So join me on this other page. Go right now, press like, because right after this talk, I'll be teaching meditation there and every day, and I'll be continuing that every day for a good few weeks more, maybe the whole summer. I don't know. I take it day by day. I feel it. I connect to it, and then I move forward. So I hope you'll join me on my meditation page. Okay, everyone. So what I'd like to talk about and go deeper in today is what I talked about recently on one of my memes. I made a meme the other day, and I should actually read the meme if I find it. So give me a second. And the meme was really addressing racism in the world, the idea of separation in the world. And it got quite a lot of feedback. And I love feedback. And some of it was against my way of thinking, and it was respectful, most of it. Some were not. But the respectful ones I appreciate. I love it. And I was able to have a dialogue with people, and we tried to clarify our points of view. So this talk today may again be provocative for people. So hang in there with me and let's see where we go together. I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth, but it'll be provocative for some. So this is what my meme said, just for people to have context, so then I can go deeper into my talk. The meme said, it's not white supremacy. This is what I wrote. It's not white supremacy. This is the wrong term. So I'm talking about a phenomenon called white supremacy. I'm not talking about white people, I'm not talking about supreme people, just a concept, a phenomenon called white supremacy. And I'm proposing that it's a wrong term. In fact, it's not only not white supremacy, it is actually the most abysmal case of a delusion of superiority. So it's not white supremacy, it's a delusion of superiority. And because it's a delusion, it's an all-out mental illness. It needs treatment. Our black brothers cannot keep being murdered and attacked because of a widespread untreated mental illness. The first step is to call racism what it is. It is a mental disease. Most Americans are likely afflicted, but it's not only white-skinned people who may suffer. It's a global infection, a contagion. It's unavoidable in our whiteified patriarchal culture. The question to ask is this: why? Why does this exist at a deeper level? Sure, on the superficial level, because this one hates this one. That's not the deeper question. The deeper question is to go to the root. Why does this exist? To the core of the deep problem. When I meditate, the meditation teacher goes, you have to undergo a psychic operation. What he means is you have to go to the cause, go deeper, 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 deeper. So why does this exist? And the answer, I write, is insecurity. If there was no insecurity, there would be no hatred. Wherever there is hatred, there is fear. Fear about what? Well, obviously, if there's fear, it's about somebody being stronger. So in this case, black prowess and black strength. So let's not call it white supremacy anymore. The word supreme should never be associated with this blasphemy. Call it what it is. Shift the paradigm. Change it to white inferiority. F-E-A-R, inferiority. Until this is faced, America will continue to be divided. This is its original sin. So, the reason that people push back, and I really appreciate pushback because it teaches me something. I don't know everything. I want pushback respectfully, and I can learn and grow. If you push me back on my page disrespectfully, delete. But most people push back beautifully, and then I respond beautifully because my heart is open. I don't know everything. I want to learn. Teach me. So the pushback was that people felt that I was excusing racism as a mental illness, and in the court of law, they could get away with the plea of insanity. So I want to clarify. Mental illness are in two categories. I'm a therapist. This is how I look at mental illness. Now, if you're a therapist and you look at mental illness differently, kudos. This is just how I've always framed mental illness. There are two camps. One camp is congenital, genetic, organic, neurological, neuronal. It's connected to your chemicals. It's kind of wired. You kind of can't help it. It is what it is. And for that, we have medication. We have treatment. We have a separate kind of lens to treat that. 100% that exists. But then there is a whole lot of mental illness that is illness brought about by defilements in the mind. What are defilements? Defilements are beliefs that we have. Beliefs that are actually completely delusional. Beliefs that we have been taught to believe that are false. And because they are false, it infects the mind. And the mind becomes diseased. Beautiful women thinking they're ugly. Smart, glorious children thinking they're stupid. Beautiful races of people thinking they're inferior. Races of people thinking they're superior. All untrue. These are mental defilements that come from deep conditioning. You have been conditioned. I have been conditioned in different ways. And because of these deep-rooted conditionings, we truly believe things that are not true. And we will go to war on them, and we will fight on them, and we will divorce on them, and we will take our partners to bankruptcy court because of them. We will disown children because of them, because of belief systems. The Buddha talked about emancipation, liberation being the extinction of false beliefs. Beliefs in their nature, because you're believing in their nature, are a little bit false anyway. But false beliefs, definitely false. The fact that you have to believe something means that they're not really grounded in reality. They are a belief. When I go to India, which I love, I love my country. My mother will always take me to different homes and always tell me, Shefa, don't say anything. In this house, they believe in this God. Okay, no problem, Mom. And they're fasting today. Okay, Mom, no problem. Then she'd take me to another family relative that we're visiting, and she's like, Shefa, don't say anything. In this house, they believe in this. I'm like, okay, Mom, I'm not going. She's like, don't say anything. I'm like, I won't. And then she'd take me to another house, and this house, they believe in this. Completely different than the other two houses. I'm like, I got it, Mom. I understand. Pick your belief. Pick it. Like a rose in the garden. Smell it and love it. However, understand it's a belief. And because it's a belief, and it could be up for a debate. And the trick here, the trap comes when you think your belief system is the one, is right. When you and your belief system are one, you cannot even separate, Try telling somebody who's racist, it's a racist belief system. It's a belief system. It's not right. They're like, huh? I'm not racist. What are you talking about? Because the belief system is the skin you wear. It's the air you breathe since you're young. It's the blood in your body. I'm a therapist. I work on breaking down deeply conditioned belief system. This is my work. And let me tell you, I pay homage to the power of conditioning. There is nobody, my whole work, if you read the book, The Conscious Parent, it's all on the power of conditioning. And how did I come to it? Because I saw my putrid, I'm willing to call my belief systems putrid. I don't know whether you want to be that judgmental, but I am judgmental about my belief systems. My putrid belief systems about my child, that she needed to be like me. Until the age of 3, I think I tortured her. She's in the next room, so I don't want to own too much. But I think I tortured her because she was not like me. And I woke up when she was 3 because I was not happy with her. And I was like, I'm supposed to totally be unconditionally loving. And I was like, I'm not, because she's not like me. And I saw her face one day look at me with defeat. Like somehow I felt that she was saying, I don't know what she was saying, but I felt that she was saying, Mom, I'm not you. And something happened when she was 3 and I woke up. That was my wake-up call. And I realized, what have I done here? Where has this come from? And it came from putrescence in my mind, from my ego, from my conditioning that told me my child is mine. My child better be like me. I can control this kid. And I realized in that moment I had swallowed, ingested, and was infected by a false belief system. And I was torturing my child, and I was creating disconnection, and I was becoming a person that I was not meant to be. And I created separation between my child and me, and I was hierarchical, and I was pointing a finger, and I was judgmental. I'm happy to say it. But in that moment was my turning point. And that's when I realized, oh, if I'm doing all this, could it be that every parent is doing this? And I was like, no, cannot be. Why didn't my mother tell me I would do this? Why didn't books tell me that my putrescence, my belief systems were going to infect me and create separation between my child and me? Why didn't anyone tell me? Why? And I'll tell you why no one told me. Because this was the prevalent parenting paradigm. The parenting paradigm was infected. It was the way that you were raised to be a parent, that you get to do whatever you want to do. Your child is yours, your possession, or you own it. So punish it, give it gifts, don't give it gifts, love it, tell it how to be. You get to decide. We were never told there's this thing called the parental ego. No one told me that. Why didn't anyone tell me that? No one told me that your conditioning from your past will infect your present moment. No one told me that my unhealed wounds from my childhood were going to totally mess up my parenting. Here I came ready to be an unconditionally loving parent, and all I was being was a total projector of my own crap, my own expectations, my fantasies. So that moment, and trust me, I was meditating. I was a psychologist. I was supposedly on paper amazing. But it didn't matter, because you see, the conditioning, the power of conditioning is so deep that I didn't even know I was conditioned. I had been meditating for so long. I know I'm hopeless. You're not so hopeless. Trust me, if you meditate, you'll get things. I took so long, 3 years, studying psychology, because I didn't know I was infected. I didn't know I had this ego. Till I had the ego show up, I was like, I'm right. I'm perfect. I'm amazing. I don't have an ego. What are you talking about? But yet I was wearing the ego like a second skin. And that's why racist people will say, I'm not racist. Because they don't even know they're racist. They don't even know the mind is effed up. We don't know. We parents don't know. It's my privilege to show parent after parent how effed up we are. This is my gift to you. Since I saw it in me, I'm like, no, I'm not the only one, okay? And then since then, I've been committed. Can you please see how crazy you are? I'm crazy, but you're crazy too. I needed company, okay? I was feeling so alone. I'm like, no. All these parents thinking they're all that great? No, cannot be. I have seen my shadow. I will show them their shadow. So we can all be crazy together, no? So there I created my book, The Conscious Parent, to put all parents' ego down in the gutter. You think you're all that? Let me show you what happened to me. But no, seriously. So I have seen conditioning in my own body. I've seen how I wear it, I smell it, and I don't even know I'm stinking of it. I'm like, I'm not stinking. But I'm stinking because my mind is defiled of what? Of delusion, of control, of inferiority. Because I had inferiority as a parent, I wanted to control my kid. I wanted my kid to make me look good. Please make me look good. Am I significant? Am I worthy? Am I a good parent? Am I good? It was all about me because I was inferiority and I had not gotten in touch with it. And only when I got in touch with my own ego for needing control could I realize how I was using this dynamic to get control. So I was mentally diseased. I was under the influence. I was completely asleep. I was intoxicated. I was temporarily insane for 3 years. More, because the 3 years didn't just happen to 3 years. Oh, the 9 months before the 3 years? Oh, doing up the nursery, imagining all the beautiful hours I would be with my daughter in tandem and she would love me. Oh, the illusion and the delusion was way before. Nothing comes about just like that. It was birthed years ago in a culture that told me to be and to continue to be diseased. So I sought then to change the parenting paradigm and to take out the disease. But till I understood the disease, what was the disease? The disease in my mind was the fact that I had this thing called parental ego, which wanted me to be superior because actually I was bloody, completely inferior. All fear. Today, even today, my daughter's 17. Most of the things that come out of my mouth, thank goodness she doesn't pay attention to me anymore. All in fear. Fear. And when we're in fear, we can disguise it as parents as, because I love you, I only love you because I love you. But our kids know. They're like, no, you don't love me. This is all you. And it is all me. So how to change? Turn the mirror inside. What is my disease? Where is this coming from? Why am I filled with this fear that makes me want to control? Okay, so this is what I mean by mental disease, yes? We are all diseased. I'm not exonerating. Trust me, I am not exonerating. I do not exonerate white supremacists. I do not exonerate racists. Trust me. I am pro the culpability being highlighted. But we have to understand what are we talking, what in the culpable person is the culpable cause. It's who cares about the person? I care about the sickness. And until we root out the sickness in society, but yes, in the racist mind, we will continue to be afflicted. You know, I give this example, it's in one of my talks on my website at Agape, where I talk about how I watched a documentary of the terrorist who blew up a hotel in Mumbai. You know, the terrorists, there was a huge spate of terrorist attacks, I think 2008, 12, I don't know, somewhere there. And it blew up Mumbai, just blew up where I grew up, yes? And I had been to that hotel, I knew that area, and Bombay was in terror. And I was so protective of Bombay and Mumbai that I had antipathy towards these terrorists, you know? And then Fareed Zakaria, who I love, did an interview with one of the terrorists, and I saw his face, yes? And I'm thinking a terrorist looks like a terrorist in my head. How should a terrorist look? I don't know, like a terrorist. But I didn't see the terrorist. I'm like, where's the terrorist? And they're like, that's the terrorist. It was this boy, completely lost, couldn't even speak, couldn't even articulate. He was clearly a robot. He was clearly a body, a shell, holding a mind that had been infected. Infected by what? By fear. Fear put in, who put the fear? Conditioning, his culture. And he had been completely contaminated. It was a mind that was fully diseased, full of putrescence, full of vile thoughts that he had been fed every single day. 2008. Thank you, Pooja. And this is the mind. And I was like, I was trying to hate him, right? Trying to be so righteous and go, I don't like you. But when I saw the mind, I realized how to hate the afflicted. The afflicted is just the transporter, is just the regurgitator of the true cause, which is the affliction, the mental affliction. If I had used the word mental affliction instead of mental illness, then we wouldn't even have had this backlash that I got. That's what I mean. The mind was afflicted, right? So I didn't want to blame the afflicted. I have to blame the affliction. The disease is in the mind. Forget the person. The person is the product. The person is roboticized, is hypnotized by a disease. And the disease is what we need to treat. And until we understand that, society will keep going white, black, yellow, brown. It's not against the person or the people. It's what's inside. And where does this come from? Until the white supremacist understands, hey, you're actually not feeling very superior, are you? You're actually really feeling inferior right now, aren't you? You have to mask yourself, Ku Klux Klan type, and you have to cloak yourself in tattoos and be all big and wear your guns and NRA out the other people. Why? Because actually you're really small inside, aren't you? Actually the people who you're trying to kill really scare you. They intimidate you, don't they? Sorry. We don't act like bullies until we feel very small inside. The bully, you know when you've bullied your children, it's because you're feeling really small inside. We all bully in some way. But the big bullies, the real bullies, you know who they are? They bully because they are thirsty for power. Why are they thirsty for power if they had power? They're only thirsty for power because they don't have power. So until we topple this idea of white supremacy and call it what it is, actually it's white inferiority, that they are full of fear. And until we understand, whoa, they're really scared. And we turn the paradigm and go, wow, how do we help these people not be so scared? What are they so scared about? That they have to kill and kill and kill innocent people. You know, any black man walking through a neighborhood is at risk. Yes, my black friends say they cannot leave the house without a camera. And I go, yeah, you better not. You better not, because there are people who are scared of you. You know, today I saw a case of a white woman or Latino, I don't know, put her autistic son in the canal and tried to kill him or killed him. And then she said 2 black people did it, 2 black men. What the hell? What's going on here? We target these people. Why? Because we're scared. And that is our disease. And until we understand that we're acting in control and we're acting in hatred and we're acting in division because something's gone wrong here, that we need to turn this around and we need to treat this. And we can't hate them, even though it's hateful what they do. But hating them doesn't change anything. It then just becomes one again, more me against you. What we need to do is understand their deep inferiority. They are in panic. These people are panicked. You know, they need to kill these other people. You know, we are a threat. I'm a person of color. I feel it. I'm like, why are people so threatened by me? You know, I've not said anything. But I understand. I understand that I say provocative things and that threatens people's status quo. And that's why people are scared of me. You know, and I'm like, they can just disagree with me. Why do they want to backlash and destroy what I'm saying? They could just say, I don't agree and move on. But I know why I piss people off. It's because I'm poking their sense of security. I'm poking their belief systems, you see. And when the people's belief systems get poked, people don't like it. Because people are attached to their belief system. And if you have a belief system, for example, that this nation is a white nation, then anybody who comes to attack that belief system is going to be annihilated or attempted to be annihilated. So the fault is the delusion, this delusion that it needs to be a white nation. So we need to understand that this is what they're infected. And if they're infected with this, we need to treat that infection. That the reason they want it to be white is because they feel the others will annihilate them. So they want to annihilate us. It's an insanity. It's complete insanity, right? And once we understand it, then it's not about even hating them. It's about seeing them as diseased. And actually, they're very, very sad. It's really sad. But that doesn't mean we don't walk around with the camera and we don't get the hell out of their way, because insanity is insanity and it will show up as insanity. So we need to do what we need to do to protect ourselves, but we need to understand, wow, they're really scared, right? So when I used to get backlash in the early years of my career, I also felt offended. I also felt like, you know what, I'm going to just leave. I'm not doing this work anymore. But then I realized, oh, I get backlash not because I'm saying something wrong. It's because I'm poking a belief system. And the belief system is so fragile, and they're so scared to lose the belief system that they want to attack me, because they feel their belief system will crumble. And who are they without their belief system? These people are nothing without their belief system. And that's why belief systems, when they are faulty, many of them are, most belief systems are faulty. When you have faulty belief systems, you are capable of insanity. And that's why my first thing in Byron Katie's work is, what are you believing? What are your thoughts? Your thoughts are causing your suffering. Your thoughts are messed up. What are you thinking? Woman, what are you thinking, man? This is it. Your belief systems can destroy. And until we look at our belief systems one by one by one, all of them, you won't like it if I poked your belief systems, trust me. You have to take a course if you want to get poked by my belief systems. You have to pay to get poked. And I've seen the wrath of people when their belief systems are poked. They cannot take it. People can't take it. So white supremacy is a belief system. And it's a delusional belief system. It's a totally twisted, insane belief system. And we need to help these people. They're really sad and desperate and tragic. How do we help them? By understanding how we don't have to be threatened anymore. We have to be in fear of our physical danger because that's real. But in terms of our psychological pain, we need to understand, wow, they're scared of us. That means we must be a threat. That means we must have some power. So let's step into that power, people. Let's rise up together. And all of us who are not white supremacists can do this together. And the strength lies in our numbers. And there is a voice for everybody. Everybody has a voice in this because everybody is affected. You know why? Because your children will be affected. All of us are affected by white patriarchy, not just black people, not just people of color. Every child is affected by whiteified patriarchy. And we need to understand that the only way to create an antidote is to rise in unity together. It's everybody's problem. It's not one person's problem. It's not people of color's problem. It's everyone's problem. And everyone has a mouth and everyone has a voice. Everyone can educate. Everyone can step back. Everyone can protect those that are downtrodden. And right now, for this moment in history, the black man is the target in America. Face it, it is. Women are targets. We know it. The black man is a target. Let's protect the black man. How do you protect him? How do you protect him? By speaking up. By not being apathetic, by not being silent and saying it's not my problem, it's not happening in my family. It doesn't matter. Your children will grow up in America, and the America needs to be one where we speak up, where we stop this insanity and stop these false belief systems that some people are inferior than others, and understand that those who think they're superior, they're the ones who are in fear and inferiority. And that fear is causing blindedness. It's blinding them. And we, the ones on the other side, need to wake us and them up. How do we wake people up? Just like what I do. I only talk a lot. All day long I'm talking. And I don't give up. Every day I show up. I'm going to talk more. You can too. You have a mouth. You have Facebook. You have social media. You have Instagram. Don't stop talking. Shine your light. Shine your light for women. Shine your light for children. It's all those who are lesser than in this whiteified patriarchy. We're not lesser than, but we're treated as lesser than in a whiteified patriarchy, right? How do we women show up for each other? By uniting, by being in a sisterhood, by being sisters, not seeing each other as threats. You know, if our man likes another woman, she's not the bitch. She's nothing wrong with her. She's beautiful. Give your husband or your partner a kick if you want to, but it's not his fault either. She's beautiful. She's beautiful. What to do? We're beautiful. Women are beautiful. All our men are going to look at each other. So we're going to hate each other? No. We're going to go, I get it. I get it. She's beautiful. She's my sister. And when we begin to rise like that and stop being insecure against each other, right? We will change the paradigm. Men will be like, huh? You're not insecure? You're all okay with each other? Yes. And when we rise together and we're standing together, the men fade in importance because we are what we need. We give each other emotional support. We give each other emotional connection. Don't ask your man to be emotionally connected to you. Not very likely possible. Sometimes, yes, 1 in 100, but not guaranteed. We women, we can give it to each other, right? Similarly, we do this for all those downtrodden, all those who can't speak for themselves, and we stand up for each other, right? That's how we create the antidote to the injustice, to the mental insanity that is occurring in this culture, in other cultures. This is how we change it, when we understand that the belief system is completely deluded, infected. And when you understand the infection, then you can start treating it at its core, right? Create the antidote. Antidote is enlightenment. Antidote is education. Antidote is awareness. Antidote is solidarity, unification. That's the only antidote. So I hope I've explained what I mean by mental illness, right? I don't mean in the court of law, letting people off, right? No. Jeffrey Dahmer could not plead mental insanity. He needed to go sit in a jail and be locked up away from society. A crime is a crime is a crime. I'm not taking away the crime. I'm just trying to heal us as a society, ourselves at a deeper level. Beyond punishment, beyond good and bad, beyond white and black. It's getting to the deeper cause of all our mental illnesses, all our afflictions, which are grounded in one place only, delusional belief systems. Look at your own belief systems. Look at your delusional belief systems. They are the cause of hatred. They are the cause of fear. They are the cause of your suffering. Take the belief system out, you have joy, you have compassion, you have love, you have expansion. Only faulty belief systems screw you up. Every client after client after client after client. The other day, a client who tells me she's not beautiful. She's beautiful. But she believes she's not beautiful. She has suffering, right? Her daughter, 18-year-old, she believes she's not going to get into the college of her dreams because she's not smart enough. She can get in. She can get in. She can do it. But she believes because she's just been infected. In the micro to the macro, delusional belief systems are the cause of suffering. Take Trump. I just have to end here just to, in case you didn't get the connection. You know, Trump is the emblem of delusional belief systems at the macro, at the highlight, at the exaggerated. Need I say any more? We shall end on that note. If you want to join me for meditation, I'm going to meditate right now. And the group is facebook.com/groups/get superpowered / Come join me. Let's meditate. Thank you, everyone. Who on Instagram is going to join me? Let's go. Come on, join me there.